The scenery here reminds me of home. Though the smell was quite different.
Je sens que je vais bien m'amuser. So, how'd you pull all those heists?
Bombs!
Uh-huh. And?
Was there supposed to be another step?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Prepare to cause trouble.
Enemies on the payload. Let's get them. Over there.
Yeah, of course, baby. Glad you like it.
Enemy spotted.
Over there!
They're pushing the payload. Stop them.
Enemy here!
안녕. Hi.
That way I don't get these people on my team. Hopefully I cue the squee again.
Everything costs more these days. Well, everything but KFC's $5 box feast. Enjoy a piece of our golden Kentucky Fried Chicken, 2 juicy tenders, and secret recipe fries. Big flavor, serious crunch. Craveable favorites at just $5. This is finger licking good. Only at KFC. Only available in restaurant, not online. At select participating locations while supplies last. TaxX offer includes 1-piece dark meat chicken on the bone, 2-piece tenders, individual fries, and 1 sauce. No substitutions.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about. Like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you, or prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW. Let us surprise you.
세상을 흔들어
your map. Select your hero. Choose heroes to ban. Welcome to Oasis.
Plenty of fuel to burn it down. Fly, my little friend.
Kickstarter Popelen.
Hi. I can't change the world by
G'day.
following all
Why
of
have I
them.
got this detonator again?
4, 3, 2,
G'day, mate.
1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Drop in a package.
Let's get this done. Ah, we have company.
The barrier appears.
Target marked.
This'll jumble their car.
My barrier is gone.
I'm here.
Much better.
What here?
The objective is now
Snag. You misunderestimated me. Listen a minute.
Where's the map? Tango spotted.
That's it, mate. Covering up. Away! There's an enemy here. Void is lost, and you can't.
Barrier is nearly smashed.
Enemy here.
You take a lot of damage.
I still think we can win. Fly, my little friend.
The barrier appears.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh, boy. Over there. This'll jumble there. Over there.
Your pain will be endless. Expect the unexpected.
Behold, techno trap. Hello, world.
Heroes never die.
I see them.
Fire in the void.
मेरे मुताबिक चलो.
You're a chip of the old hovercar, aren't you?
Cashing charm kiss.
There's an enemy here.
Minor perk.
Over there.
That's the fish.
Tango spotted.
Oopsies. Sorry, sorry
Target
about that.
machine connected.
She's coming for me. She's coming for me.
Enemy here. Try to keep up. There's an enemy here. Over there.
Looking satellite vector.
The pleasure is mine.
Hunting them down.
You're taking the objective.
Barrier here.
The barrier appears.
Going here.
Barrier is split. Conducting analysis on the objective.
Attack the objective.
The barrier is gone.
How did she fall?
The barrier is gone.
This situation calls for more bombs. Hold this a minute.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Blasting up.
They have us outnumbered.
Can't wait.
Best round lost. Score 0-1.
No unnecessary risk. What's up? Been a while since I had so much company.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Come on, Snowball.
Is a
We need our help down.
Plenty of fuel to burn it down.
Evidence suggests a sniper ahead. Barrier unsuccessful.
Barrier here.
The objective is now active.
Fly, my little friend.
Barrier is nearly smashed.
Cheers. Sorry. They're taking the point.
Widow is
Time
really
to blow
good.
it. Them up. I meant them.
I'm up. Let me give them a shot.
The barrier is weakened. Barrier is splintering.
I see an enemy. Over here.
Who needs drone delivery?
I see them.
Over here.
Come here. I can heal you.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Typical Junkrat. You were saying.
Oh, they've got us outnumbered.
There's an enemy here. Sniper.
Wait a sec.
Got my wires crossed. What a lot.
Hero
Heroes never die.
Let the Kitsune guide you! Hail the Mahawk!
Defeat.
Yeah.
Vote for your map.
Oh, we are so.
Select your hero. Choose hero bands. Welcome to Rialto.
effort.
They do make lovely conversation.
Hey there!
G'day, mate.
There is water everywhere. Is that not a safety hazard?
Hi! Heyo!
You looking for a lab assistant? I'm great with chemicals.
Certainly. We would begin by testing your tolerance for pain.
What's pain have to do with science?
5,
Everything, my strange little friend.
1. Attack commence. Escort the payload.
Jump
Now, monitor its progress.
Help me out!
Your end is within my reach.
Enemy over here.
Gotcha. Daddy,
Thank you!
Enemy here.
We must accelerate.
Wow, fantastic, baby. Fantastic, baby. Wow, fantastic, baby. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. 날 따라 잡아볼 테면 와봐. 난 영원한 단따라. 오늘 밤 금기란 내겐 없어, mama. Just let me be your lover. 이 혼란 속을 넘어. 머리끝부터 발끝까지 비주얼은 쇼. 내 감각은 소문난 꿈 앞서가는 중. 남들보다는 빠른 걸음. 차원이 다른 젊음. 얼음. Hold up. 심장 소리에 맞게 뛰기 시작해. 막이 끝날 때까지. Yeah, I can't, baby, don't stop this. 오늘은 타락해. 미쳐 바락해. 가는 거야. Wow, fantastic, baby. Fantastic, baby. Wow, fantastic, baby. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. 다 같이 놀자. 다 같이 뛰자. 다 같이 놀자. 다 같이 가자. Wow, fantastic, baby.
Vote for a map. Select your hero. Select heroes to ban. Now arriving at the Shambhali Monastery.
Don't have souls. You know? They don't have a conscience. There's no morality. They're just trying to figure out how to make a buck. And this is not an easy time to make a buck. This ain't an easy time to hand out samples at Trader Joe's. Have you tried the sun-dried tomato? Have you? Hi, how are you? Are you coming from the demonstration? Do you need water for your eyes? Get them some water. I think there's something wrong with
I've never been more ready for
Will
adventure.
it hit you? Have you tried the sun-dried tomato? It's very similar to the traditional hummus. I don't like sun-dried tomatoes because they're usually overpowering. But this, it's just kissed by it. It's kissed by the sun-dried tomato. Try it. Try it. Put your mask on. Try it. Put your mask on. Okay, you're a vector of disease as well as a hero, as well as a freedom fighter. You are a vector of disease. Put the mask on.
3, 2,
How do you sell shit? We got pandemics.
incoming.
We got the Civil War. How do you just get out there and prospect right now? Very tough. Very tough to go out there and try to get the people to see things your way. But these corporations are trying. God love them. They're trying. They got it. Right? I mean, we got to do business. I know, a lot of people don't want to hear that. But we got to eventually get back to business. I'm starting to think the lockdown was a mistake. I'm starting to think the 3 months of telling people to not see any other people and to spend 23 hours a day online might have been an issue. That might not have been the way to do it. It was a social experiment. It was a fun social experiment because what it was is, I'm not minimizing the 50 years of racism, wealth inequality, state-sponsored terrorism. None of that is being minimized here. But what was the cherry on top of that Sunday was telling people that they couldn't earn money and they had to lock themselves inside and not see or touch any other human beings. It was a real acceleration of a lot of the things that I had previously mentioned in the sentence, which I'm not ignoring at all. The reason for this, but it certainly didn't affect people's psyche in a positive way. Can we say that? Can we agree to that? That we didn't come out of this stronger than before? You know? Remember when the lockdown started, people were like, we're going to come out of it stronger. We're going to come out of it. And then just the sound of explosions and gunshots. You know? How'd that work out for anybody? Did we come out of it stronger? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like we came out of it stronger. And it is hypocritical. It is hypocritical to tell a bunch of people that came out to protest the fact that they lost their health insurance and their jobs. It is hypocritical to say you're killing people. You're killing old people and immunocompromised people, and then to just completely greenlight mass demonstrations in a pandemic that supposedly is just killing people and overwhelming healthcare systems. It is hypocritical to call one group of people terrorists and just give the green light to the other group of people. And all of the celebrities and the people that live in, very wealthy gated enclaves behind gates and they live in mansions are all like, yeah, fuck the lockdown. And then they turn around and they're like, you get out there and you fucking march. You march! It's like, wait a minute. People's heads start spinning. You know? Doesn't mean the protests aren't valid or that the cops aren't out of fucking control. But it means that, like, you know, there's gotta be logical consistency where you go, wait a minute. What happened to coronavirus? Well, coronavirus came back, by the way. George Floyd died of coronavirus.
Surrender. I will become them.
Fucking satellite vector!
They want to just go to the flood. Towers fell. Virus, the mortgage crisis in 08, the financial crisis was due largely to a wet market in Wuhan, China. Most of the people that were shot in the last year by police, unarmed black people, all had COVID-19 in their system. In fact, many of the Epstein victims that nobody has found, we've done a private examination on many of them died from COVID-19. Don't worry about it. Not, you know, God, this COVID-19's powerful. It's just killing everybody. Everything the government doesn't want to admit to, coronavirus. I bet Epstein had COVID-19. Can we get an autopsy of Epstein? I guarantee you he did not die from asphyxiation. I am almost positive he died from coronavirus. Can we find that out, please? I guarantee it. How sad. I bet Michael Hastings died of coronavirus, and that's why he couldn't control his car when it, you know, went into that tree in the middle of Hollywood. I bet it was COVID-19. It's all COVID-19. It's all coronavirus, baby. It's like 10-10 wins, all news all the time. You know, the United States government, all COVID-19 all the time. And it's like,
I studied
do you think it might have had to do with the police, the boot on the guy's neck?
I'm sure some would
cashing
disagree.
a fake check?
Like
He
the
was- he
sniper
was-
who shot out your eye?
I mean,
She doesn't
they
count.
should barely respond to cashing a fake check. Who cares? Start responding to violent crime. If you're not going to prosecute white-collar crime when it's done by these fucks on Wall Street, let fucking a few people have a little fun in Minnesota, cash a fake check. You know? Who gives a fuck? Guys trying to cash a fake $20 check, if that's even the truth. And they're treating him like he's Osama bin Laden. They're sending in a fucking crack team of people to subdue the guy. And it says, yeah, it says here.
Not forgetting the payload, are we?
So now we got these 4 officers. Watch when they all die of COVID-19. Like George Floyd's they all dead now. They all face charges. I bit the side of my mouth, and it's been horrible for the last 4 days. I don't know what to do. I've been brushing my teeth, and I've been gargling with solution and some bullshit. I guess I'll take some ibuprofen. I don't know what to do, because when you bite the side of your mouth, it gets inflamed, and then you continue to bite it. And it just becomes a real nightmare. I'm not equating that with the other problems people are going through right now, and I don't want you to think I am. But it's not fun. On May 25th, Floyd visited Cup Foods grocery store in Minneapolis. Well, Cup Foods is not the name of a place you feel. I mean, if you can't use a fake, first of all, who's still accepting? Oh, it's a fake bill. I'm sorry, not fake check. Fake $20 bill. Who cares?
Which you can get by accident from someone else. If you get change, you don't realize it.
Of course you can. And even if you didn't, it's not a death sentence. Floyd visited Cup Foods grocery store in Minneapolis to buy a pack of cigarettes. The store employee believed the bill he used to be counterfeit and reported it to the police. Do they get in trouble if they take counterfeit money?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. The store owner, Mike Abumialala. That's his name, Mike Abumialala. Told NBC he was not at work the day of the incident, but that his employees told him that Floyd initially came into the store with a man and a woman. The man tried to use what an employee suspected was a fake bill, which the employee caught and gave it back to the man. Abumialala, yalale, said Ford returned to the store about 10 minutes later and tried to use a suspicious $20 bill to make a purchase. The employee didn't realize at first, but when they did, they followed protocol and called the police. And then what happened? In the call to 911, the employee told the operator that he asked Floyd for the cigarettes back, but he doesn't want to do that. The employee claimed Floyd was awfully drunk and not in control of himself. Floyd was near the store, sitting in a car with 2 other people when the police arrived. They were responding to a report of a forgery in progress, which, by the way, I mean, could anything seem less dire than a forgery in progress? You know? Like, there's somebody with a counterfeit bill. Get him! Take him down! It's got a counterfeit $20 bill! Do you know the havoc he could cause in society with a fake 20? He might go to Carl's Jr. The police department said a physical altercation between the officers and Floyd unfolded after Floyd got out of the car. When the officers approached the car, one of them, Thomas Lane, began speaking with Floyd. He pulled his gun out and pointed it at Mr. Floyd's open window. Lovely. Go right for the gun. This is policing in America, right for the gun. And listen, man, when I was in Manhattan Beach and that cop was like, get on the other fucking side, you can see that a lot of these police, not all of them, there are good police, but there are also good people in ISIS. And I'm not saying that the police are ISIS, but there's good everybody. That's like not an argument. That's not an argument. There's good people. Yeah, there's good people in ISIS. Yeah. There's a guy in ISIS whose fucking nephew got blown up while he was playing soccer, and he just wants revenge. And it doesn't make him a bad person. You know what I mean? I refuse to buy into the binary that's created by the fucking media and our government. It is what it is. There's good people, in most organizations. Truly, He pulled his gun out and pointed it at Mr. Floyd's open window. But the cops have got to calm down here.
Plenty of fuel
You gotta calm down. Everybody all the time is ready to pull the gun out and put the gun in someone's face. And this is why these lockdowns, again, you hand over a bunch of power to the federal government. You tell people to become rats and you call the cops on each other. The government of California encouraged people to rat on people that weren't social distancing. And then where do you think all this shit comes from? The cell phone videos, taping
I hope those
people,
who died defending this place
fucking look
have
at
found
this
peace.
person's doing something wrong and I've got it on my phone. We're creating a nation of rats who are calling the cops. They're cop callers and rats. And they're filming people doing things in their private fucking life. And this was requested by the mayor of Los Angeles. Okay? Unsuccessful. Prosecutors say Lane put his gun away once Floyd put his hands down. Floyd is not resisting at all. There is really no resistance in the video. The video that I saw, Floyd then actively resisted being handcuffed. The officers tried to bring Floyd to the cruiser. Enemy spotted. Fell to the ground. Told the officers he was blocked the phone. So, Philip, I don't understand. So put your boot on his neck. Police account has come in contact with at least one witness. Yeah.
This a minute.
Eric Chauvin.
Kill confirmed.
Chauvin arrived on the scene shortly after the help of police officers getting Floyd into the police cruiser. Reports that Chauvin pulled Floyd out of the vehicle and caused him to fall to the ground. He laid on the ground. Barrier has been opened. When onlookers began to report cell phone videos of the guy on the ground in handcuffs. And somehow he's still worthy of barrier is nearly spent. It's inhuman to defend this barrier. Stomach hurts, my neck hurts. Please, I can't breathe. Barrier cannot withstand much more. What he's calling out, he's also calling out his mother. Okay? I mean, the guy knows he's about to die. Cops. Just want to watch a guy get murdered in the street for buying a pack of cigarettes. that don't want a more equal and just society
Pussy.
of an already bad situation, right? I've said that. I think violence also leads to more state violence, right? That's just what happens. But I'm completely aware of why
I
the
see
anger
fire in the void.
violence. And
They're coming.
you can be too if you watch that video. If you watch that video, you understand why people have had enough. They've gotten to the point where they're just basically like, hey, fuck this shit. You know? I mean that. And if you don't have that reaction when you watch that video, there's something wrong with you. If you don't automatically feel like, what the fuck? You know? Folks, as you adapt to the changing world, we're going to be buying more stuff online. You know, if you're an e-commerce seller, are you ready to demand
got you.
culture? Enemy target. Whether it's coronavirus, rubber bullets, tear gas, you know.
Tango spotted.
Compared to what else is there. If you really want to buy shit, or even more importantly, sell it. You're a seller. Ship station. Why ship station? Online getting a lot of orders out there. How do you keep track of who gets what? Which shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rate? Are you getting the best rate? That's why you need ShipStation.com. This is a fast, easy, affordable way to manage and ship your orders. A few clicks and you'll be managing your orders, printing out labels, and getting your products to happy customers.
Target mark.
ShipStation makes it easy.
Keep a lookout.
It's easy to do. You're going to need to start an online business. If you're broke, you've got a talent. Woodworking, make a table. Anything you need to ship, ShipStation can help you. They help online sellers of any size get orders
Let's
get out
give
quickly.
this
So you can
another
be big
shot.
or small, it doesn't matter. No matter what you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own
Let's
website,
get them off the
ShipStation brings
payload.
all orders into one
Let's try
simple
this on for size.
making it really easy to manage on any device, even your cell phone. So if you're trying to start an e-commerce business, which is how a lot of people are making money, they're actually trying to do it. You say to yourself, like, I got something, I can do something, I can ship something. Then this is the way to do it.
The payload.
Stop
them. Thank you.
Especially now.
All systems go.
Okay, it's the number one choice of online sellers.
New Vangada.
With the best rates available. And right now, the Tim Dillon Show listeners can try ShipStation free for 6 days when you use the code Tim Dillon, TIMDILLON. That's
Tango spotted.
ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Tim Dillon. Do not forget the code. You can try it free. Make ship happen. The reality is, if you are in the business or you're in the market of selling things online and you're going to have some type of, some type of business that you're going to have to do, you're going to have to figure out a way to keep it organized so get over your head very quickly. I've had friends try to do this and they fail because they get in over their head very quickly and they're unable to manage
Enemies are moving the
their
payload.
orders and they're unable to make sure everything's executed properly.
Enemy turret ahead.
And that's what you want to do. You want to cut costs. This is not expensive. It's an inexpensive service.
Let the kitsune guide you.
How much you're doing. You're not doing a lot.
Enemy turret ahead.
Target mark down any time. So it's not, it's a monthly rate. It's not per ship. So it's for people that want to start doing business, want to take that side hustle or hobby that you have and make it into something real. A lot of people have lost money right now. And a lot of people have challenge. Rich people still want to buy shit. They still want to buy things. Make a little thing, make a bird feeder. They still want to buy things. Make a riot glasses for them. Like glasses where they can see the riots. And and they're rubber bulletproof. And start making COVID masks. I don't know. Make trendy. Get into it.
Need to stay focused.
Fun gun holsters. I don't know where it's headed out there. Like little crafty, shitty things.
Enemies are moving the
You
payload.
sell them. It's nice. People buy them. Maybe a really good carpenter. You learn to start, putting that stuff out.
I don't get a feeder.
Maybe independently produce a book. You want to ship books.
We're outnumbered. Close ranks.
You just gotta ship something. Ship it. Ship it now.
Let's get them off the
Sell
payload.
something to somebody. Start selling your items in your home. Start selling them. Get rid of them. Good work. Got a nice little tail barrier. There's someone who admits that orange.
Their life savings.
ShipStation.com. After the code Tim Dillon, TIMTILLON, folks. You can do this. You can start bringing in a little extra income. Just walk around your house going, what don't I need? Put it in a box.
0-3.
You know, you could go and get shit and sell it online, make a lot of money. Go to yard sales. Go buy that shit and sell it online. Maybe you open up like a weird little vintage. I sell vintage kitchen shit. You go, you hunt for trash. My mother used to drive around the neighborhood in a big van, putting garbage in her van. She never did anything with it. She should have. But they didn't have ShipStation. Okay? But those are the types of things. You can hunt for cool shit and then resell it at a marked up price. Or you could make stuff and resell it. Doesn't matter what you do. You know, make COVID masks, you know, with Confederate flag on it or something, you know?
Strike from above.
So that racists can go out and go, I take it seriously.
Power means nothing if you do not put it
I'm
to
just
use.
telling you, these are the groups out there that may be underserved. The racists who are still taking COVID seriously is probably an underserved
Pre-flight checklist
Probably
complete.
not a huge overlap.
Running clean
but
and
hey,
hot.
I'm sure they're buyers.
About me?
ShipStation.com, check it out. Earn extra money.
Wanna meditate?
God, I hate bad
I am
college. It's the
interested,
worst thing in the
but
world.
it sounds
I love
difficult.
Hawthorne.
I'll try to walk you through it.
Hawthorne helps elevate
Take
your
a
scent
deep
because
breath
they design
and
it
try
for
to
you.
calm
It's
your thoughts.
personalized colognes and grooming products for your time. Smelling good is important. Hawthorne smells really, really good, and they make the process of finding and buying your signature scent easy. You take a quiz as Hawthorne. It takes about 2 minutes, and it tells you exactly which products match your style. In order to come up with a perfect kit for you, they'll ask all these questions about your skin type and how often you wash your hair. They'll also tailor your products where you work and what you do for fun. Then they'll match your scent to your lifestyle. Hey, I Root. I Riot. Hey, no problem. We'll figure it out. Hawthorne. Hey, I'm a racist cop. That's fine. They have it all.
Repulsion.
None of the gross chemicals you get in the store-bought stuff, and now they offer personalized skincare. Face cleanser and face lotion tailored to your specific needs.
Terminated.
Hawthorne is totally risk-free. Free shipping and free returns. This can never run out again. Okay? I'm telling you. It's so much better to find a one-size-all cologne at the department store that now you can down any.
Enemy over here.
Online is the future, folks. It's got, I've got the face cleanser, deodorant, shampoo, body wash, lotion. They're all pretty cool. They ask you a few questions, but
I don't
figure it
think
out.
so.
They have a cool, you know, they have a cool way to match whatever scents you want. Like, I wanted my lotion to be Marlboro Light. Smell like a Marlboro Light. They've done that. That's great. Very important. Body wash. Some people might want hot dog. Some people might want lavender. It's up to you. You make the choice. You want to get out here and get fucked, you gotta work your own pheromones. Well, you know, you gotta tailor it. Tailor fit it. Smell nice, but also you. Unique. People are like, oh my god, what is that? It smells great. What is that? It's Marlboro Light. Is someone smoking? Oh, it's my lotion.
I'm taking the
Hawthorne.
objective.
That's
Concerns only. I don't think
Hawthorne.co.
so.
HAWTHORNE.co. And use my code TIM to get 10% off your purchase. Hawthorne.co. Try it today. It was a bad idea after 9/11 to give every cop in America the idea that they were part of the Homeland Security
Turret
Department.
detected.
It was a bad idea to convince everybody that had any type of job
Up and away.
that required
Enemy turret
security
destroyed.
that they were, you know, essential. They were.
Justice
you know,
reigns from above.
They weren't able to be
Enemy over here. Turret detected.
the final say on every matter. You know, whether it's I mean, you walk around Manhattan and they're a doormat. that have that attitude. I mean, there are, transit cops that have that attitude. Everybody seems to have the attitude.
Let's show
that
them some
they are
air
the
power.
only thing standing between.
Right on target. Taking off.
George Floyd's fucking $20 bill is the only thing standing between, the collapse of the financial system. They're
Securing
treating
the
this guy
objective.
like he's the biggest threat ever, and they wouldn't have done it to a white guy. They wouldn't have. That's just the way it is.
Be advised.
I'm telling you, they would not have done it to a white guy that way. The white guy would have had to behave in a manner School shooters get walked out of schools where they just shot 9 people in the face. White school shooters get walked out of school like they're petting their heads. The cops are petting their heads as they walk out. They're singing to them. Silent night,
30 seconds.
holy.
Enemy turret
They pray with the school shooter. The cops take the school shooter out. They all get on their knees, start praying with him. Now let us pray.
Let the kitsune guide you.
In a bad boy.
This guy.
I mean, these kids just shot, 12 people in the face while they were eating lunch. Eating sloppy joes, a kid gets a bullet in the head, and the cops
I don't stay.
walk the guy out. There's not a scratch on him. Well, Tim, all shooters always surrender. It's like, well, I bet that's not true. And I also bet that there's a better way to handle somebody who's resisting than to put a boot on their neck for 9 minutes until they die.
Play
By the
of
way.
the game.
But it's just true. It's just, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I've had interactions with cops that have gone the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, I think I famously talked about the one where they thought I shit myself. I mean, that got me out of it because I had satin steak sauce. Cops pulled me over. They thought I was smoking pot. I was in the passenger seat of a car. I got out and I just had brown all over my pants because it was Smith & Walensky steak sauce, and all the cops were taking cell phone videos of me because they thought I shit myself. By the way, they thought I shit myself because I was afraid of them. They delighted in that, and they wanted to show all their fucking loser cop friends. Look, we terrified a guy so much he shit himself. First of all, hey, pigs out there, I shit myself often. And it has nothing to do with you, by the way. Okay? Okay? My system just evacuates when need be. Has nothing to do with you. So, and not all cops are pigs, but there's some bad ones out there, Some real ruffians. And they were standing there taking cell phone cameras at me because they wanted to show other people, like, this guy shit himself because he was so terrified of us. Because he was sitting in the passenger seat of a car and maybe was smoking a joint in the passenger seat of a car. Okay? And that's, one of the many interactions that I've had with police. But I was a criminal. Like, all the interactions I've had with cops, and I was rarely arrested, and I would get pulled over. A cop would go, license, registration, and insurance, and I would literally look at him. I'd be smoking a butt. I'd go, I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that, sir. I don't, what? They go, Mr. Dillon, your license has been suspended about 20 times. They go, yeah. About that is. They're like, you shouldn't be driving. I'm like, I know. I gotta go to work. And that's, and then once or twice they put me in jail, but a lot of cops were like, all right, hey, listen. You got your buddy in the car, let him drive. Or a cop will go, listen, don't be around this area anymore. Just get out of here. I'm not gonna bring you in, but hey, don't come back here. How many black people get that chance? How many black people get the chance where they go, hey, buddy, I know you're driving an uninsured vehicle with no license. Your license has actually been suspended 20 times and is suspended currently. But just get out of here, you knucklehead. You silly goose. You're a silly goose. So I get it. I mean, I knew a kid. There's a kid I used to do comedy with in Long Island. Fought 9 cops. fought like 9 cops.
My old friend's
You know, like the
innovation
judge
and
said to him, he was
imagination.
sensing him. The judge
A
was
shame
like,
you've never
listen,
met
it's clear
her.
that you're a good guy. That's what he said to the guy. It's clear you're a good dude. You know, my friend was in the courtroom watching this happen. The judge was like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has problems. You know? Everybody.
Fail me.
You know? And then the guy is like does 0 jail time. He fought 8 cops. Didn't get shot. He did 0 jail time. I read about a football team in Greenwich, Connecticut. It was a fight. The football team, this was years ago, it was maybe in Darien, Connecticut. Football team fight in Connecticut, whatever. They break in his house. It's always like a party. They break in, which is a home invasion. Somebody lets them in. And yeah, there you go. Fight between Buchanan and... But no, go back. So, they break into the guy's house. One kid holds him down, the other kid like beats the shit out of him. Okay? And then when the judge is sentencing this guy, he's like, hey man, you got a bright future. I followed the case a little bit. It's like the judge is sentencing the guy and the judge goes, listen, it pains me to have to give you any time. You got a bright future. All you did was break into this kid's house and beat the shit out of him at home. You got a bright... Can you imagine a judge would stand next to a black guy who did that? Go to a house, start beating the shit out of a white kid in fucking New Canaan, Connecticut. The judge going, hey, everybody!
Your end
You know?
is within my reach.
I mean, it's different. It doesn't mean it's all race. It doesn't mean the cops don't abuse white people. I live in Long Island. My home was dirtbag white people. I mean, did you see the
Surrender to my will.
The Merrick, Long Island response to the peaceful Black Lives Matter protest? They were terrified that Merrick Road would be taken up by protesters and they wouldn't be able to go out and get a sample. Watch this. Watch this. Community members here in America are adamantly opposed to national police trying to figure out a way to allow protesters to walk outside. They got kids. By the way, they're like, let's teach our kids how to be racist and apathetic to all of society's problems. Let's bring it's like a young kid there. It's a young kid there in fucking slides, like water sandals. Kids in water shoes. The kids probably in the fucking sprinkler, and the parents like, John, get in the car. There's blacks in our town. We're gonna go get them. Get in the car, Mom. I want to play with my friends. Get in the car right now. People want to change things in this country, and we're gonna stop them. We're gonna stop them. They want to walk down the street with signs that exercise their First Amendment right, their right to speak freely, and their right to assemble and protest. We gotta show them that shit don't fly in Long Island. Mom, I just kind of want to hang out with Jack's coming over. No, we're going to the protest. Tell all your friends you're going to a race riot with your mother. We're going to a race riot with your mother. Now. So see your friends there. There's enough time in the day for friends. Today's race riot with Mom.
I can fix that.
Go west. Go west.
We have a boy.
They're protesting police brutality. Get them out of here.
Hello.
I love that there are kids there. I mean, how sick. Ladies and gentlemen,
This
Creation! Behind you!
Score.
You know, people, I guess,
3-0.
you know, people are just like, listen, this is a historic moment, son. By the way, everybody who's saying maybe they didn't have a babysitter, Long Island people leave their kids home for all kinds of reasons, alone, all the time. So let's cut it out. That kid was old enough to be left home alone for a little while. It wasn't like a young kid that you had to parent. It was like a kid who clearly could have stayed home, but the parents thought it was a good idea to just go, let's just bring you to a race riot. Let's bring you to a peaceful protest that we're trying to turn into a race riot because we got 40 white people out there screaming at them with bandanas, by the way. Now everybody looks like a Blood or a Crip. Like all these white people are wearing bandanas to protect from COVID. So they all have just red bandana. They look like, it's like the Hells Angels. Looks like a biker gang heading up the street. These masks are terrifying, folks. I hope they fucking work. They're terrifying as fuck. I just love that. Just a bunch of fat people standing outside of
Heard your
there.
research,
Get out.
Dr. Ziegler.
Hey, you.
Making much progress
out of
through all
here.
that red tape?
Don't clog up the street. What do you know? What's your problem? The cops are cops. Yeah, they beat on you with batons. What's the problem?
4, 3,
If you don't want to get hit, don't go outside. Like, you gotta hear like people's... Dude, people in Long Island that defend these police shootings, the logical jump is great. Outside in the park, you're gonna get hit.
An eldritch
This
blessing.
is like pre-pandemic, by the way. They were just trying to justify anything. Like, here's the deal: if a cop's beating you, you're in the wrong. That's it. If a cop has got his gun in your face, you've done something wrong. I know that because my brother Larry's a cop. And Larry tells me these people, they're up to no good. That's why we gotta beat them with sticks in the street. Even after they're handcuffed. Even after they pose no threat to everybody. Harry was upset that, his wife made him redo the kitchen. They took out all kinds of money, all kinds of loans, kitchen's not being done, so, Larry goes out there with his baton and finds somebody to make pay for that.
Yes.
The Long Island. Listen to this. We surrounded the protesters because we protect all of the protesters. Wait, hold on.
That was the police commissioner.
Yeah, do they have a quote for any of the Long Island people?
Just go west.
Go west. That's good. Hey, go west. You're east now. We agree with everything the police are doing. We don't care. We like the military. We like the Blue Angels. In fact, we think the Blue Angels should go and drop bombs on the protests. That's what they're like, hey, why don't you drop bombs on the protests? Who cares? You know how many people in this country would really not care? They would love if the government just started bombing the protests. They would think it was great. They would watch it the same way they watched the bombings in Syria. Just eating a breadstick, just chewing on a breadstick, drinking a Coors Light, watching bombs drop like it's an episode of fucking, Ozark. They don't care. And it's not to say that the looting and the rioting, you gotta have order. I get it, 100%. You gotta do something. You gotta prevent criminal activity and behavior, people from taking advantage of
Hello there.
what should be protests. But language in the state is violence. That's the only language the state speaks is violence. They don't use reason. They use violence. They use intimidation. It's what they do. So when you're living in a society where the only language people have learned their entire life is violence, and they respond with violence, again, it is not right. And I don't think it leads anywhere good. But when you look at it, you go, yeah, this is why you're seeing this now. And there's got to be more leadership.
Hello there.
And on the side of people that are protesting, and there's got to be demands, and there's got to be reform, and there has to be things. And without those things, it's just an unending journey into chaos. Nobody wants that. I think it ultimately benefits Trump if there's chaos. Usually Republicans win in years when crime rates go up.
Surrender to my will.
This. But maybe, I don't know. Trump has not handled this well.
Traditional hamster breeding.
General Mattis is now going out and criticizing Trump.
No darkness.
Saying he's violating the Constitution. They want him out, They want him out. It's not sustainable to have these guys depressed children. I mean, I know many of you are like, no, but how are the kids gonna get free?
Ladies and gentlemen, my
Let's deal in reality and facts. It's not that sustainable. Like, however you feel about Trump, you have to realize that he's maybe had like a negative effect on the psyche of the country. You have to grant that, right?
Yes.
Like tweeting and just the emotional terrorism of every day is like, you know, I mean, this guy, as the country's burning, is tweeting about how great the stock market's doing. Because I think the market's headed back up. Next year is going to be a good one. What? I mean, the guy is completely, he's just tweeting Law and Order, fake news. Fake news. There's civil war broken out in certain parts of the country. The guy's tweeting fake news. Mattis had a scathing description of Trump's walk to a historic nearby church Monday. And then Pelosi goes and grabs the Bible, by the way. Pelosi then goes and grabs the Bible. She goes, hey, this idiot did it. This guy, who they all hate, goes and grabs the Bible. They know it's a cheap stunt. And instead of calling it out, they go like this. They go, I'm going to do it. Hold on, I'm going to do it. Let me grab the Bible. This is a woman who gave a tour of her freezer on night 3 of the quarantine when everyone had lost their job. She gave a tour of the different kinds of gelato she had in her freezer, by the way. You know? I mean,
vote for your map.
This is a woman who was like, we like the chocolate. I like chocolate. And then, you know, great. We take all the gelato. We take all the, after we're done with the Talenti, we go down to the hospital. We let the women use the containers as masks, the nurses. So it's very nice.
Select your hero.
This episode of the Tim Dillon Show is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. Sheath Underwear is great. It's great as a bathing suit, too, by the way. It's like doubles as a bathing suit. It's amazing. Sheath Underwear, what makes it different is simple. Sheath Underwear has a special 2-pouch compartment that keeps you twig and berries from sticking your inner thigh. It's going to be a hot summer full of bullets and gas. So they're not even farting. I mean tear gas. Chemicals. So that's it. That's the idea. It's brilliant, okay? This thing keeps your dick from sticking to the side of your lug. Lug. Sheath Underwear is made from a super comfortable blend of modal and spandex that stretches as you move. It keeps you cool and dry. No bulging, pinching, or sagging. Sheath Underwear cradles your junk like a mama gorilla holding her precious newborn baby. You know how Blade is half human and half vampire, so he gets the best of both worlds. Well, Sheath is like that. Only it's a combination of boxer briefs and jockstrap. All of the powers, none of their weaknesses. The idea for Sheath came from its founder, U.S. Army soldier Robert Patton, during his second tour in Iraq. If you see a National Guard guy, say thank you. Thank you for this underwear I'm wearing. If it works in the sun-blasted deserts of Iraq, you know it'll work wherever you live. It's a veteran-owned indie company whose founder is a fan of the show. It's easy. I wear this. They send it to me free. I wear it. It's my new underwear. It's great. It is good, especially if you sweat. It's going to be a brutal summer for many reasons. It's easy. You get 20% off your first order, okay? It's 100% money-back guarantee. And everybody loves it. SheathUnderwear.com. SheathEath underwear.com. Promo code TIM, T-I-M. You get 20% off your first order. If you get your first order, you'll keep getting it. Because I just keep wearing it now. I'm just not buying any underwear. They send it to me, and I appreciate it. I would buy it, too, if I had to, but I don't because they're a sponsor. But I'm using it, you know? That's the reality. So support the show. Support them. Get Sheath Underwear. It supports you, especially if you do something where you're sweating a lot. If you're an athlete, if you're out there, it's important. They send me the Ray kind of buds, and I absolutely love them. Okay? They're half the price of any other wireless earbuds on the market. Because of the top audio brands. Everybody uses earbuds. They try to replace them. The newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, are the best ones yet with 6 millimeter plates. I've seen them on pair. More bass and a compact design is to be a nice, noise isolating fit. Raycon's wireless earbuds is a simple, perfect for conference calls and binging podcasts. Unlike some of the other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are less wireless sensors. Right, even if you have other earbuds, buy these and wait to lose the other. When you lose the other ones, you'll lose anyone's it was founded by Ray J, Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, Melissa Edwards, Brandy, J.R. Smith, obsessed with Raycon. Everybody uses them. I use them. It's easy to get them. Raycon.com. If you go to buyraycon, buyraycon.com/Tim, buyraycon.com/Tim. You get 50% on Raycon wireless earbuds. These are really, they're as good, if not better than the Apple ones, and they're so much less expensive. So you also need wireless earbuds. You can't have the wire. If you have the wire in, you might as well be homeless. Walking in somewhere right now with a wire attached to your earbud is basically saying, "Hi, I'm a homeless person, and I'm diseased." Hello. You gotta have a wireless earbud. That is 100%. There's absolutely no way around it. You gotta have a wireless earbud in your ear. The Apple ones are too fucking expensive. The Apple ones use them. They chirp them up. It's all about Raycon wireless hearing. So buy Raycon.com/TIM.
See what I become.
That seems to be, because it's just gonna get worse. It's just far less. I'm not trying to get a rubber bullet in the face. I mean, it just seems like these things are exponentially, the violence is next level. Cops are getting shot, stabbed, protesters. I mean, cops are in certain areas of the country handling this very poorly. Firing rubber bullets at protesters. And they are shooting tear gas at peaceful protesters. It's a death spiral, is what it is. So unless somebody stops, and then there are people that are on Twitter cheering it for it to continue. They're like, God, burn it down, yeah. And they're on Twitter, and I'm like, you're next. You're the burn down. There's a comic, what's his name? Tweeted, I swear to God, this is when these virtual simulators people, they trip over their own feet. The comic goes, me and my wife are in the house together. Next door neighbor, 2 Confederate flags burning.
30 seconds remaining.
You're looking at a house.
Let the kitsune guide you.
You're going to be the enemy. Why are you in Connecticut? So, you do have to realize at a certain point, no matter how woke you want to seem, no matter how, you're the enemy. You will become the enemy. Violence doesn't have a rationale. You know, the point of torture, Jane Mayer said when we were torturing people. Remember that?
Nerf this.
Jane Mayer, quoting somebody, said this. So the point of torture is always okay? And that's the point of violence is violence. Again, it has its own spread, and it's not logical. What violence is basically
Eyes on the sky.
just, you become an animal. And the type of state-sex violence is very organized, but it's no less animalistic. It's, no less brutal. So when you're just going out there and hurting innocent people, and you're destroying small businesses, some of them owned by minorities, and you're just, going out there and using violence, it will lead to more violence. And then we're just, again, we're living in, and to me, I don't understand why so many people are fetishizing that idea.
Select your hero.
The idea of just and I think it's because they don't know anything about violence, and they're like live in a video game, and they don't have any respect for it, and they think they can direct. It's like a force they think they can direct. They think like, well, if we unleash this violence, we can direct it to the means that we find appropriate. We think that this violence can be used to, and it's like, but that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. Look at any of these videos of these white people like cheering on the riots, and then bricks come through their windows, and they're like, "We're on your side! No,
we'll give it all we've got,
good.
and hope that's enough."
And it's like, no. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. It's out. Chaos is chaos. And if you want to live in that world, and a lot of the people that are like abolished the police will not do well in a Mad Max scenario because they're immunocompromised. They're 97 guns, okay? Where are you going to get your green hair dye without a civil society? Okay? So, I don't think this ends, again, with a fat woman with green hair as the president. Antifa takes over. Wouldn't that be funny? Antifa takes over. How hilarious would that be? Like, somehow they, like, maybe everything's a lie and our returns and stuff. Like, they can't do anything. You just see how good they are. They are smart. Obviously, know that they will. But let's say none of that works and somehow Antifa succeeds. Is that conservatives are saying Antifa will do you want them running the country? It would just be hilarious if, like, you know, the country's now being run by angry, you know, angry white, male, Irish, vitamin D deficient, like, guys who didn't get Montreal comedy male comics, poets with purple hair are now running the country. That would be great. Fox News has to come back on the air and be like, in a stunning, in a really surprising development, Antifa has defeated what was the military. They are now running the country. Antifa has fired the military, and they are now replacing it with a security force of mainly theater kids who grew embittered at the lack of opportunity in the entertainment business and became volatile and radical whilst living with roommates in their late 30s. They will now be the security force of the country. Angry theater kids are now running around. I mean, it'd be amazing.
Play of the game.
Like, instead of the Blue Angels, instead of the flyover over the Super Bowl, just like a bunch of Antifa just runs through and everyone, like, yes. They're running it now. Okay, well, all right. USA, just a bunch of, like, malnourished kids. USA, just black backpacks on. People are like, you can take your masks off. You run everything now. And they're like, we like the masks. They have acne. Like, we have adult acne, so we're not going to take off the mask.
MVP.
That's the way people talk about Antifa. Like, it's like they're on their way to, you know, they're going to defeat the corporate state. It doesn't. And I don't agree with anything Antifa does, by the way. For the most part, I think some of what they say is decent, and I don't really care. Like, you know, none of it ends. See, here's the thing. It's like you could find an example of somebody that Antifa's like throwing an egg at who you hate, right? Hey, fuck that guy. They threw an egg at him. But we live in a country where people should be able to say what the fuck they want. So no, you can't use violence to stop people from talking. You can't. When the New York Times publishes an op-ed, by the way, the same people that think that they can live in a world without police cannot handle when the New York Times publishes an op-ed from a senator who says we got to bring the military in. So instead of debating that, they go, you know, the New York Times should be shut down. There should be a coup. Everyone should be fired. I can't believe they'd print that opinion. But you're gonna somehow. How are you gonna live in a world without any police? You can't handle an article. Can't handle Jordan Peterson, and yet somehow you think you're gonna be able to live in a world without any order at all, just chaos and anarchy. That's a fetish. You know, anarchy is a fetish of losers, really. It's people that are convinced that they will somehow either be powerful or align themselves with the powerful people once society's fallen. Even though they've been unable to do that thus far. But they think that somehow if there are no police, that rich people won't just go hire Blackwater military types to patrol wealthy areas, and we'll have more problems, probably less accountability, you know? They just somehow think that, and or some of them are just nihilists to the point where they go, who cares? Burn it down. I mean, Oscar, the cat, any of you know, is someone who is a nihilist. I mean, Oscar, first of all, and this is very suspect and strange. 2 days ago, Oscar joined the National Guard. He has never expressed interest in joining the military before. He joined the National Guard. Okay? Okay? This is
Been a while
incredibly
since I had
disappointing.
so much
Okay?
company.
But a day before that, he was handing out bricks to protesters. So he just wants to watch it burn. There's a lot of people out there that just want to watch it burn. And this is what, I mean, listen. So this is where we are. This is where we are on, what day is it today?
Thursday.
It's Thursday. This is coming
June
out.
4th, yeah.
Thursday, June 4th. It's coming out Sunday. Super proud of everyone from Long Island. Proud you handled it. You guys really killed it. You knocked it out of the park. You brought your kids out to see what you're all about. Yelling at people that want a peaceful protest. I like that. That's good. Good for you. Long Island, just keep being Long Island, you know? And every year it gets a little worse, a little less affordable. More of them get pushed out. Every year, more and more people start, shooting up. Opioid crisis gets worse every year, because so much of what that community is based on is fear and hatred, which turns out is not exactly the best way. It's not the best organizing principle of society. Utter illogical fear and hatred. That's what Long Island is. Everybody's climbing in your window. MS-13's trying to kill you. Everybody's trying to kill you. Everybody on the road is trying to cut you off. They're trying to get somewhere faster than you. Everybody's trying to take your money, trying to take that house you inherited. Fear.
Welcome to
and hatred.
Jungle.
As soon as you fear, you're like, well, I gotta hate someone. So, I just like that they were being, exactly who they are.
She probably has to go outside, baby. She probably has to go outside.
Cops can be like, hey, I know, Jimmy, I know. Just shoot him. Hey, you got a gun. Tommy, just shoot him in the head. Jimmy, they're high school students. Who cares? You know what high school students can do if they want? Put a bullet in the back of her head. That's
fine. Half that bill is working on the body.
Trying to take over the delis. What's going to happen when Antifa controls the delis? Then what? You're going to eat vegan shit? You go in to get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and there's going to be some transgender making you eat vegan. No thank you. I will eat processed food, and I will die on my couch watching Tucker Carlson.
Stop the payload.
They're the reason I am kind of not me. I should kind of emerge as kind of because I get it. I have friends that are cops. I have friends that are protesters. I have friends that are rubber bullets. I have friends that are batons. I went to school with a tear gas canister. I still talk to all the time. I have friends that are looters. I have friends that are shards of glass. I have friends that are CIA. I have friends that are, people that work for Chinese, Russian. Okay? I have friends that are targets. I get where everybody's coming from. I understand. I have friends that are counting bills. And I have friends that are all across the board. I just think we can't live in a world of unfiltered debate. The cops behind you can take you down several times. But I don't see how smashing up a small business owned by somebody who worked hard and has never done anything. Well, the cops are just yeah, but freedom is life protects life. Freedom's the ability to not have to depend on the government. Freedom's the ability to do something take care of. So, okay, you know what comes from the tech property? My latest creation! Well, we should have private property. Well, then what are we going to do? Well, the government should just dole out the land as they see fit. To who? Who's the government? Who's this magical government that is somehow going to do this appropriately? You mean the same government that... So you want them handing out the land? And you want them sticking a needle in your ass? Put a needle in your ass. And you want the government deciding where you live and how you live. And you want... but...
Eyes on the sky!
What this is, I don't get it. I'm confused. I don't read anything else. Why are you typing the same paragraph response to me right now about why I do property? Realize no one's anything for the stick. What are those 12 thumbs up gonna do? No, get it up bullets behind you. If you believe in that, why aren't you blow yourself up? Ladies and gentlemen,
Helden sterben nicht.
Nobody in Antifa's got the vest on. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody in Antifa's got the vest on. Life protects life. I'm not saying to go out there.
Yeah, she's right. Colonel there, sure.
Our tree is gone. Find cover.
Behind these cash
Area denied.
Susan Rice is Obama's next.
Eyes on the sky!
Right out of Russia, but by the way, Russia and Chinese backs are working together. Russian bots and Chinese backs. Russian bots and Chinese backs. Sorry, we shot you in the face. Did you have a boot on your neck? It was a Chinese bot, Chinese bat, or Russian bot. It wasn't a boot on your neck. Did your husband foreclose on? It's a Chinese bat, bot, bat. That's what it is.
Now.
There's a lot of Russian actors here on Little St. James. There's just Russians and all the weird Russians running around. And Jeffrey Epstein was a Russian. Les Wexner was a Russian. They're all Russian. They died of COVID-19. Everyone's got COVID-19. Everyone's a Russian's got COVID-19. It's a Chinese bot. It's not even real. It's a Russian bot. Chinese bad. It's a coronavirus. It's a bad flu. High fatality rates. A ventilator. We need a ventilator. It's Russia. It's Russia. It's a ventilator. China. China. It's a ventilator. It's a bot. It's a bot. It's a bot. It's a bot. It's a ventilator. It's a bot. It's a bot. Stay safe out there.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Worst, the lowest of the low. And I think TikTok is a great way to take a glimpse into the future, because the news will be like everybody's dying, and then the kids on TikTok are just like,
yeah,
you know, just like this, like, just unbothered, just completely like
a Teletubby.
Yeah.
Like some kids getting molested and the Teletubbies are just dancing on the screen.
And they're just like, now
I
the
wish
words
violence
to
never
songs
solved
they didn't
anything.
write,
Yeah.
and
It would
they're
make
just
peace so
dancing,
much easier.
And that's kind of the beginning of and then you have this girl who mouths Trump, Sarah Cooper, whatever her name is.
But I suppose
who's
you would.
whatever, talented, I'm not shitting on her, but like, she just like Trump, she like lip syncs Trump. So he'll say something, she goes on TikTok, she's got
Did
this
you
massive
get
following,
any
she's lip
first
syncing.
feed again?
It's gonna be weird. It's just like
Yes,
it's gonna be like
whether it's still called
people
Murphy,
lip syncing
if a hamster
music
sees it.
or the words of other
That's
people.
a shame.
And like, that's
I'll be
funny.
giving these cookies
It's
I made
gonna,
to
it's
teammates
starting
to
to
serve
feel
them.
strange out there, and I think it just gets weirder and weirder.
Translation
To the point where we all just want to live in a video game because it's more comfortable.
And what about a steam that comes out of our bodies? We just throw it away?
It'll come out of your body and just throw it away, but I think a lot of it'll be like
Will somebody come to collect it?
it'll be sexual bots, it'll be weird stimuli, it'll be they'll still be fucking everything, but it'll be just a weird. It's gonna go into the way that these augmented reality games or virtual reality games. I think that it's very possible that like
Wait, yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. I'm thinking of, yeah. Here's a young man that's obviously a demented, hopefully. That's awesome. And look, first of all, I don't want to say I would put you in. I'd put you in top 40 men overall. There's identity politics within the comedy world. I think it's just fascinating that I don't know a lot of gay men that I talk to on a semi-regular basis that are out. Well, I would say probably Kevin Spacey. Okay, for one.
Okay, so you have thrown out Kevin Spacey.
Life protects life.
Oh yeah, no, he's no doubt.
One way to say it.
But he, but still one of the most talented actors. This guy
Into the a big hug for large friends.
I think it's the thing because you're so cool. Not the gay guys, aren't you? No, this guy loves you. Da Vinci, Mercury, Dylan.
Yeah,
I think he's just like fluid. Did he? I've been to his house. I think people on pretty bad days.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
What do you think of some really admirable gay males out there?
Ladies and gentlemen, my life. I don't know, like history, like Harvey Milk.
Yeah. Paula Poundstone almost.
Paula Poundstone.
Excavation initiation!
I never really think about it like that.
Vengeance consume you.
Mentor, lawyer for them. Probably died.
Oh, really? Do you know him?
Sterben nicht.
Do you think that there are? So I guess because gay always you think happy when you think of gay. You think like
Yeah.
But there's just as many evil people in the gay community as there are in the straight community.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's such a, the distinction is almost, I think as we grow up, it's not going to be, like, the distinction of sexuality is going to be somewhat.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it going there. Even by one generation, it's almost insane.
I mean, look at Bravo. There's a ton of people who put money on Bravo.
Yeah.
Andy Cohen, like, he gets the whole shows. He's like, all right, well, we're going to put you all under tremendous emotional, financial strain, and maybe someone jumps off a roof.
Yeah.
People's husbands kill themselves. I mean, yeah, no.
It's the dark arts. It's definitely
It's the dark arts over there,
There's a level of manipulation of things, like when people start to see other people as just contestants
Correct.
on their
in their life.
Yeah.
That's what the Real Housewives are. Be a contestant in your life. Sick. So yeah.
But,
So Andy Cohen and Roy Cohen are two evil.
There has to be a dark side to that. There has to be a downside to it.
Where's the light side to it?
Yeah.
The dark side is the only side that I see.
Yeah.
I mean the light. I mean the idea. And those shows are entertaining. Don't get me wrong. But that is why we have Trump.
Right.
So if you hate Trump and you're watching the Real Housewives, you are being inconsistent.
Right.
Because
Yeah, you are.
that type of perversion of reality, where we know it's fake but we watch it anyway, that gave us Trump. That ability to manipulate situations, manufacture them, things that we know are bullshit, but we don't care because they're entertaining.
Right.
That's the beginning of Trump.
Well, it's interesting too that Hollywood, there's not a lot of like, Hollywood never stands up and says, oh, like they made him a celebrity. Like I think Trump was always a businessman. People always knew he was this long-coated businessman.
Yeah. And that's why the people on the right, they're like, fuck Hollywood. I'm like, your boy is a Hollywood guy. He's 15 years, he had one of the top-rated shows on TV. He's a Hollywood dude.
But Hollywood never takes any credit for creating the, what they refer to as the monster.
They never will.
It's interesting, bro. It's almost.
He's just such a successful con. You just got to look back and go, this guy has just every single opportunity this guy's ever had to just leverage himself.
Yeah.
Bite off something more than he could chew. He figures out a way to make it happen. It's wild. It's insane. And he's been able to do it at the highest level humanly possible. And that's the interesting story.
But is there any? Here's one thing I think that we romanticize is the different levels. Like there are different levels, but I wonder if that ability ever. Maybe it is like poker when you're in the bigger games. It seems you fade. Some people fade under that pressure, but some people who aren't have very probably not much empathy.
Here's the thing about Trump. There's nothing in that guy's life he said I can't do.
Right.
Or I can't be.
Right.
Now that's a con art. I mean, that's not like if you think of the most successful guy you know, he would still say, "Hey, man, that's not for me." This guy didn't think anything was beyond the realm of his doing, including leading the free world. And part of that is the idea that like no matter what situation I'm in, I'll come out clean. I'll figure it out.
It's amazing how. It's amazing. In some ways, it's freaking admirable.
Yeah.
The journey up.
There's a lot of
fearlessness.
Yeah, the fearlessness.
Baby.
There's a lot to look at him and aspire to in a weird way.
Right.
And that if we don't have that conversation, we'll never understand why he's so popular. And if you don't admit that a lot of what he does and a lot of the people he calls out, whether it's the media or things that are equally fucked up, if you don't admit that he's right about some of that, you'll never beat him.
Right.
The reason that he wins is because you keep saying he's wrong about everything.
Right.
But if you cede some ground to him and go, yeah, he made a few good points, but it doesn't matter because he's not. He just can't do the job.
Yeah.
He's incapable of doing the actual job. And everyone's forgot that being the president's a job. Like nobody forgets it. It's like managing people, inspiring people, taking responsibility. This is, imagine your life is falling apart, and your family's life is falling apart, and your father, instead of like going out there trying to get another job, is like blaming your little brother, complaining about the food your mother was making, being like he's a scumbag, anything. I mean, this guy's
been outsourcing his room cleaning.
Right. Just, Trump is. You never want a guy like that as a leader. He doesn't take any responsibility. He's petty. He's vindictive. He just pits people against each other. He pours gasoline. Like if somebody comes in, I've worked in offices. Somebody comes in and has a bad day. You try to get them on the right track.
Yeah.
You don't turn around to the whole office and go, "Look at Mary. She's weak."
Yeah.
You can't do that. As a leader,
Mary overusing her bathroom privilege.
Mary's weak.
Yeah.
She can't handle it. You can't do that as a unless you are.
No, there's no jumping around.
But if you're a fly-by-night con artist, you can do that because what you're really doing, Trump just licenses his name. The only value is in his name, and then people buy. He's not this amazing business guy. I mean, what he is good at is being famous.
Right.
And if you're famous, you can just treat people like shit. It doesn't matter.
But I also think, though, that he wants to be, even if the business is shady and other people don't like it, that he applies those same concepts to a lot of like things that in America would seem more like traditional stances, like, okay, let's stay a part of the World Health Organization and the CDC because of just how it looks, how it makes the rest of the countries feel.
Yeah.
But he's like, this organization hasn't done, if you look at the pluses and minuses, it hasn't done shit. They haven't made it.
And it's not that everything he does is wrong. It's there's a way to do it.
Right.
And there's a way to do it that doesn't feel like we're heading towards civil war.
Yeah.
There's a way, you know what I mean? Like,
but he also, I agree. And
but I'm with you.
Right.
I think
it's all interesting.
These multinational, these institutions like the UN, the CDC, the WHO, they're all corrupt. They all have a litany of problems. And America does foot the bill for a lot of things and not get any benefit out of it, right? But there's a way to disentangle yourself from those systems without. It's just the way you do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the way you do it.
Yeah, he just doesn't have his bedside manner. Is for funerals only.
It's for funerals only. It's a guy, like Bill Burr said, it's a guy that just lived on the top of a building his whole life. And this is the way they talk. This is the way they talk. I wish you well. Weak. Yeah. You know? And that's just not, I think, ideal qualities for a president. It was fun for a while. I was on board. And then Trader Joe's got burnt down.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, like, this will not end. He won't act like he will just keep pouring gasoline on this until this entire country is at war with each other. I'm not even a political guy. I don't really give a shit. But I just walk outside, I look around, I go, this is probably not good. I see overturned cop cars, people are throwing Molotov cocktails. I'm like, what happened here? We gotta change course a little bit. Bring in Biden. Let him sleep in the chair. Let that old fuck die in the chair. Who cares? Weekend at Bernie's. Who cares? Just give people health insurance and go back to it being boring.
Yeah.
Just let people get an operation and go back to, let's let entertainers be entertaining. We don't need the president. Let's let Jimmy Fallon be funny again. Let's not chain him to a desk and make him apologize. He did blackface in '96. Let's let people be funny that should be funny. And let's get an old, boring person as the president.
What woman is most likely to get busted for blackface in the future, and we don't know it yet?
I hope it's a fat woman. That's just because it's funnier to see a fat lady in blackface. It's like, oh, you did this?
I could see Chelsea Handler having done something at like a.
Chelsea Handler built her entire career calling a little Mexican guy a nugget. What's nugget close to? Someone remind me.
And he died.
Same page.
Yeah.
I just had it up.
Oh, there you go.
What word is nugget similar to? That's also a two-syllable word that you wished you know.
And she didn't she appropriate that rapper guy?
Dude, everything she did was a cheap race joke, and now she's walking around like she's Malcolm X.
Yeah.
She thinks she's Malcolm X.
It's unbelievable.
I did a whole thing on my podcast. I said, I hope she goes and apologizes for everything America's done wrong. Like she goes to war zones, like she goes, hello, Gaza, it's me, Chelsea. That was a documentary, you know. Hello, Iraq, it's me, Chelsea. It's just a bunch of people sitting there, and Chelsea Handler's walking by dressed in Prada.
Why does it end? Sometimes it feels like a lot of women that they have to take on a political route heavily. Do you feel that or no?
I think some of it is that. I think I see a lot of guys doing that. I see a lot of people.
Maybe it's just everybody.
You know what it is, man? Nobody can understand when it ends. Nobody can walk away. Nobody can walk away. Nobody can just say, I had a fun time, I made a shitload of money, now I'm out. Everybody's got to be relevant. And if politics is relevant, they're political. If this went the other way and no one cared about politics, she'd be still talking about, you know, taking her out in the Mexican restaurant or whatever the hell she wrote. She's talking about politics.
Nugget.
That's where
Nuggets last stand. I think
she'd
was
have a
special.
new nugget. If politics wasn't relevant, Chelsea Handler would be riding 7 Mexican guys down the street on her way to a Cinco de Mayo celebration. The woman wants to be relevant. I don't know that she's ever read a book or has any thoughts about anything.
Yeah.
She just understands that racism is bad. Congratulations. Good job. Great job. We're glad you've come to this.
And here comes someone right here, a beautiful young man right here.
good-looking audience. I'm impressed with the looks on the audience here.
Thank you, man. I'll say this. This is some of the...
My people, when they call in, it's all ski masks. You can't see